This
Any doubts in
conference
last
will
class?
now be recorded.
Sorry.
Any doubts in last class?
No doubts actually. I didn't get time to review it, so no
Okay,
questions at
fine.
this.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's start with the client side is done. Let's
Okay.
start with the next task, server side. Server side validation. So in the same task, I'm going to explain both server side and client side, server side in both into the one task only again. So what the task is? The task description is, suppose there is a login screen. This is a screen for login. Here you can provide the username and password on our else. So whenever you enter that username and password or username and email ID. Okay. Hello,
Yeah. Hello.
Robin. Yeah, it's so much noise coming. Mute and yourself. So whenever that username and email entry is entered, then it will go to the data table. It will go to the data table. It just search for the data table of the these details. So username and email is there or not into the data table. Okay. So what will happen? We know that the mediator is what? Clipboard only. So I'm not explaining that one. Screen and data table mediator clipboard. That what are the details is entered. The details is going to search the data table. If it is details is there, if it is details is there, the operator is the. I mean, if it is operator details is there, it's not showing any error message. If is a username and email is not there into the matching data is not there into data table, it's showing for error message. Okay, that's what enterprise application architecture I told, right? Same process like that. Enterprise application architecture, not class structure. Initially, in starting, I told you, right? Enterprise application architecture. Let's find. So let's go and create the same case type only. So in the same case type, the last class we created the client side validation case type only. So I'm going to do this same case type. What is step one? So I'm not creating any case type. We already case type is there. Suppose if you want to develop a different case type, create the case type as you wish. Okay. Sorry, first we need to create the data table. Create the data type or data table. So how? So the column names is column names is username and email. It already is there the properties into the framework. So I'm going to create these two column names, username and email. I think we applied the validation for username right in last class. Do one thing, I'm going to create the name. Implied name, EMP name. Okay, EMP name and email. That's fine. Create these two column, this table. Set as the both are primary keys. So step 2 is, or otherwise we're going to search the search functionality, right? So you can set only one primary key also as your wish. So create the data case type or create the case type. Now we already case type is created. I'm going to run the business logic into the last class case type. That's fine. Excuse me. Fine. Let's come back to our application. Admin has rid of problem. Password is rules. You click on login. Yep. Go to the data types. Create the data type. Hit the data type as the user accounts. And we know that the parent class is data type. Click on submit. So add the columns, email, and EMP name. Or instead of email, just create the password also. EMP name, that's all. So this scope for records, configuring the local source. Set as a employee name and email as the both are primary keys, and click on the submit. Okay, click on submit. You know that. So while creating the data type, so automatically data pages are created. Data pages are shared pages. Click on submit. Click on OK. Robin, hello. Robin, are you there? Hello. Click on close. Hello, Robin. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, Robin. Fine. So, yeah, Robin. Actually, here just half an hour back, power is gone. We'll see. Maximum, I will try to complete this task. Maybe power is 50 at 1 minute. 300. Maybe there is a chance to that battery is down to the maybe 40 minutes is showing for it. Maybe it will come to 30 minutes.
Oh,
That's
okay.
it. Fine. Let's add the employee name and email. Let's see. something I'm going to add some employee records. Fine. Click on save. This is some data. Okay. So this is the employee data. I just enter the only two records. So what will happen in real time? There is a multiple thousand or 2000 lakhs of records is there in data table. Okay. So let's come back to the App Explorer. So we create the case type already is there. There is a validation case type. I'm going to explain the same case type. That's one. So property. With all properties is there, and I think so. Employee name is there. So and email also is there in the framework. Let's see. Okay. I think employee name is not there. Window that create the engineer. Email ID already. Save this wizard. Close. So refresh the App Explorer and create the script. So then first we go for step 3 is create the properties property wizard. So under which class? Under framework. We know that under framework class we can create the properties. In step 4, create a section. In step 5, call the properties. Okay. Call the properties in section. In step 6, so create a flag action. Fine, create the flag action. Step 7 is call the section in flag action. That's fine. Let's complete this one. We need to create the activity also. We'll see. Let's create the section first. Section is the user interface activity. So the section will include for server section, create a method. So call the layout format as take any layout format by default dynamic layout. Just to select a stack layout. So to include the properties here, and just call the test input, copy paste, and call the properties. So properties are name and email ID. So instead of email ID, take the password also. Okay. Just try it for password. Okay, that is your password. This is email ID. So an email ID is already applied for a validation. Let's see. Some predefined validation function valid email address. So let's save this section now. After, so we need to process a screen. So means we want to process a screen. Flag action is required. Create the flag action. server collection create and open, and call the section within this collection server section and save. That's fine. So we create a section collection, all will be done. So what we need to do next step is, so for doing this task, so we need to create one activity. I told you. So whenever if you want to transfer the data, clipboard properties based one page to another page, setting data. So these are all purpose. Suppose if we want to interact into the data table. So all purpose we need to create the activity. For I'm going to apply the search functionality here. So here I'm going to use for OPZ open method only. Okay. Or you can use for OPZ open by handle also. As well as. So by handle means just to provide the key of that class. Okay. So step 8 it. So we don't have to this is for step 7. Create the activity. Okay. Create the activity. So that activity structure is what? First go to the phase and classes tab. Define your work class. So in the phase and classes, define your work class. So in the work class page, you will make our default page is the PR work page, and give the data class. Data class. Data class page is to give any page, some space services as well as. So this is a page and class structure. Let's go for steps. In the step, what we need to first. So we can go for directly for apply the search. For the searching purpose, what the method is the OPZ open or OPZ open by hand. So apply the OPZ open by OPZ open method. We'll see one more method is required. What the purpose of the method is, you know that. So suppose if you want to, whenever the data is not there into the data table. So we just display one error message into the page line. What is it? Page set message. Page set message, the purpose is what? What is the page set message? What is the difference between page set message and property set message? Any idea? Differences
Page set
between
message is the error message, right?
property set also error message different. Differences
Okay,
and
property set it will be shown under the that column, that property, and page is on top of page. Is that difference?
yes, exactly.
Oh,
So there is a difference. So these are open and page set messages. This is for activity. Let's create this activity first. So activity is a technical category. Yes, activity. Create and open and page and classes. Give the work classes JSIT validation class. UI of the page. Another is the data class. Data class we treat it as this user accounts. Give the any fields of this class. This page or something. Robin, 1 second.
okay.
So come back to the steps. So use for search method for OBJ lookup. Just to give the space should be a space. We know that the input is comes from the keyboard. So what is the mapping we need to apply? We can set as a data, but first of all provide the class. For the class something JSIT. So user accounts is a class. So let's come back to the inputs here. So the inputs is spv dot employee name. So we can just set as the PO workspace to this page, right? So this PO workspace dot employee name. So in spv dot email is equals to PO workspace dot email. That's, this is what inputs. Inputs. Let's fine. So we need to create one jump conditions here, not main condition. Jump condition. Jump condition was the purpose. Whenever the details are not there into the data table, so it will display some error message. So we can just apply some step status code. We have some predefined when conditions. Whenever when condition is true, so it give the activity. Whenever the when condition is false, jump to latter steps. So just mention the latter step is ABC becomes circle. So let's add the step. That ABC step is this one. So I'm going to set as some error message here page. So page message. So you can just set the error message to which page? For PO page. So we know that POI message label is the property. The page is so already mentioned the PO page. What is the label? So through property you can just assign the error message or otherwise. So directly pass the message. Please enter valid name and email. That's fine. So let's save this one. Okay. So where you can call this activity builder? In the flow action only we can call the activity. So in the flow action where you can under the action processing, pre-processing or post-processing? That's my question.
I'm not sure actually. I don't remember
So
seeing pre-processing and post-processing before.
yeah, you're giving the input as a username and that is a name and email. So that activity executed the before click on submit button or after click on submit.
So it's after, right?
There it is post processing. So the post processing you can call that. Save it.
And
Create the
what is pre-processing? So if you have given pre-processing, then
pre-processing in the sense before click on submit. Okay.
okay.
So let's I will tell you what is the pre-processing when you apply it. Okay. So we just call the activity. Then how to call the data transfer. You see in the coming sessions. Okay. So server flow, create and open. In this flow, you can just an assignment is required. So call the action here, server action and submit it and save it. So let's see the result first. So go to actions and run. that I'm going to give a wrong details first. SDF, SDF. If you're not giving the proper format, you will receive error message. This is called server side, sorry, client side. At the rate of gmail.com. Whenever enter the correct format, the automatically error message is found. So after click on submit, this activity gets executed in the backend. So means which activity, which method is executed here? Page set message step is executed. This method. Why? You are providing the wrong details. So doing that, wrong email, wrong employee. That means these details are not there in this table. ABC XYZ is there. Okay. So what will happen? I'm going to give it as the right details. So I'm going to give the right details. Just save it and write. Save and run it again. So here, what is that ABC? ABC at the rate of gmail.com. This is employee name and email. Just enter. So some ABC is the employee. ABC at the rate of gmail.com. So if you click on submit, the error message is not displaying. Why? Because you are providing the right credentials. You are providing right credentials. That is the reason it is accepted. So thanks for your input, please. Suppose I want to pass my own message. So what is that like? Which is the property for displaying that message? System dependent property only. Data transfer may assign the values. We know that. What is the property name for displaying that message? Thanks for your input.
Confirmation note, PY confirmation note. I forgot the name actually.
Yeah, PY confirmation. Okay, so you see one thing. Just call the property as a PY confirmation note. So I'm just pass my message is whatever. Valid. Yes. Okay. Valid user. So we just submit it. And just pass this message to the into the flow. So to click on run. Just XYZ. So XYZ operator to know that. Click on submit. So it's showing for valid use. Okay. So the PY confirmation note is just passing your one message. So who assigning to the default message, default message into the property data transfer. Okay, that's it's clear there, Robin. Any doubts in this task? All the section for action is fine. This is the statement. All the section in the activity in for action. Step 9 is so create the flow. And step 10 is call the flow action in flow. And save and run that. That's it. Yeah, Robin. Is it clear? Any doubts? Exactly is done. Battery also done. Any doubts? Hello.
Yes. Hi.
Any doubts here?
No, that was my son. No, not out. Thanks.
Just do this task. If you have any doubts, we will discuss. So that's the next class we'll discuss as another class. Okay. Sorry for today. The battery also lost. Okay. Actually,
Okay. Yes, but tomorrow I have.
tomorrow your voice is breaking. No, I'm not hearing you.
I have a meeting tomorrow at 8:30.
Oh, 8:30. Yeah.
Yes, I cannot come at 8:30 tomorrow.
We'll meet there.
Hello?
Okay, Robin. We'll meet day after, Robin. Okay.
Okay. Okay, then thank you.
Bye.
Have a good day. Bye.